One of the greatest lessons I've learned in my journey of faith is that my major strides of success have come at moments when I had to trust God completely. Yet, as I experience breakthroughs, especially financial ones, there is a temptation to rely on what I can now tangibly see, like my bank account or material resources. This teaching promises to blow your mind. I just wanted to crave your
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends.
Now to the teaching. In moments like this, the battle isn't just about faith for provision, but the intentionality to keep trusting God for future phases, even when resources seem to offer a sense of control. Recently, I found myself in a moment of reflection, trying to calculate my next steps based on a recent financial breakthrough. As I considered what I could now achieve through my newfound resources, I heard a clear message in my spirit. Do not forget how you got here. Faith brought you here, and faith will sustain you for the next phase. This was a profound reminder that faith is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey. Romans 1:17 reminds us, "For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith." This scripture emphasizes that our journey with God is meant to be sustained by faith from one phase to another. Faith is not simply the key to unlocking one season of success and then left behind. Instead, it is the lifeblood that must sustain us through every stage of life. It's easy to think that once we have achieved a certain level of success, we can now rely on ourselves and our resources. But the truth is that we can fall into the same trap as Jeroboam, a man whose story offers a cautionary tale. God appointed Jeroboam as king of Israel, even tearing the kingdom from Solomon's line and giving Jeroboam 10 of the 12 tribes. However, instead of trusting in God who gave him the throne, Jeroboam feared losing his kingdom and took matters into his own hands. He set up false worship centers in Israel to prevent the people from going to Jerusalem, fearing they might turn back to Rehoboam, king of Judah, and kill him. 1 Kings 12:26-8. Jeroboam's story is a reminder of what happens when we step out of faith and into self-reliance. Instead of trusting the God who gave him the kingdom, Jeroboam trusted in his own plans. We often fall into this same pattern when we attempt to control what only God can sustain. We are tempted to leave the path of faith once we feel we can handle things on our own. You might have a job, but the understanding that this job is not your source, but God will put you in this path of faith. The Bible warns us against this mindset. In 2 Corinthians 4:18, it says, "So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." When we shift our focus to the visible and tangible things of this world, we lose sight of the eternal promises of God, and ultimately, we lose the very foundation that brought us to success in the first place. There is often a thin line between faith and self-reliance. We can be tempted to believe that we are still walking in faith, while, in reality, we have moved into a space of certainty and control. But faith is not meant to take us to a place where we no longer need it. Instead, faith is designed to be a continuous journey, one that brings us deeper into dependence on God. As Proverbs 3:5-6 teaches us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." When we step out of faith and begin relying on our own understanding, we stray from the straight path God has set before us. God's intention is for us to walk in faith, trusting him with every decision, even when things seem uncertain. Most of us would gladly exchange discomfort and adversity for a season of ease, but comfort can be the greatest enemy of breakthrough. When we become comfortable, we often lose the hunger that pushes us to rely on God in every situation. Success, while a blessing, can easily become the very thing that pulls us away from faith if we are not intentional. The life of a believer is a continual journey of faith, often marked by seasons of challenge and uncertainty. It might seem foolish to the world to keep trusting in what we cannot see when we have the means to take control, but that is the nature of true faith. It goes beyond the visible and tangible into the eternal and unseen realm of God's promises. Faith is not a one-time solution. It is a lifelong commitment. Just as Romans 1:17 declares, "The just shall live by faith," we must continuously rely on God, even in moments of success. As I reflect on my own journey, I am reminded that the same faith that brought me to this place will also take me into the next phase. God's provision is not just for a season, it is for every step of the journey. Jeroboam's downfall came because he forgot who gave him the throne and sought to secure his position in his own strength. In contrast, we are called to trust God fully, even when success seems within our control. As Proverbs 3:5-6 urges us, we must trust in the Lord with all our hearts, not leaning on our own understanding but submitting our ways to Him. In this life of faith, we are called to live from faith to faith. As we continue on this path, may we never forget how we got here, and may we always rely on the one who sustains us every step of the way. Don't forget that I love you, but the good Lord loves you more than I do.
Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends.